Hey everyone, I know I'm a little bit late to the party here, but I still wanted to make a video about this. If you haven't seen yet, Joe Rogan did what Joe Rogan tends to do and fired up an entire community. This time, it's the gaming community, and before I talk about it, take a listen to this clip. If you've already seen it, please skip to this timestamp if you don't feel like what's been going on. It's died down a little bit since then, so before I give my thoughts, let me explain to you why my perspective here is unbiased. I'm a really hardcore gamer. I'm always keeping up with gaming news. I'm always playing games, thinking about games. I'm just your total gamer. However, I also have quite a bit in common with Joe Rogan. I love martial arts. I've done Jiu-Jitsu for years, and that's not even the only martial art I've ever taken up. And that's not even the only thing I have in common with Joe. I also love to talk to people kind of like he does in his podcast. I love having long conversations and listening to other people's ideas and learning in that sense. Point is, I'm taking a good look at this from both perspectives. I understand Joe's side, I really do, but I also understand the side of the gaming community. To start it off, Joe says that video games are a problem because they're fun. Now, I don't think that fun is necessarily a problem, but he dives deeper into it saying that he couldn't be instead doing jiu-jitsu, and that's where I think he went wrong. Before I criticize what he was saying, I get his point. He was saying that you could be more active, and jiu-jitsu is probably one of the best ways to stay healthy. You learn how to protect yourself, you learn how incredible martial art that comes with critical thinking. Don't even get me started on the health benefits of jiu-jitsu. It's just such an amazing thing. Jiu-jitsu is so incredible in all aspects of your life. But I don't think using that to make his point did him any favors. Now, if he stopped there, yeah, it would have been better. Of course, there are always better options, but Joe went on to say that you can open a jiu-jitsu school and get rich from it. To be honest, that's pretty far-fetched. Barely anyone who trains jiu-jitsu becomes a teacher. I understand what Joe was saying, but again, I think the example he used was really bad. He also seems to have the outlook that if you aren't making money, you're wasting your time. That one's tough to say if that's what he actually meant, so let me know in the comments if you think that's his perspective when he's talking about this. Anyways, after suggesting that people should instead do jiu-jitsu, he went on to say that nothing comes from video games and that video games are a waste of time, and I have to say that I both agree and disagree with that. First off, absolutely something can come from video games. I think Joe was mostly referring to success in life and making money. I mean, it's possible. Will it happen for the majority of people? Absolutely not. But it does happen. Sometimes you're the best or really, really good at something and you can make a living from it. Sometimes people can make it as streamers or YouTubers. I mean, it's unlikely, but it really does happen. Major success can come from gaming. Another thing you could do is just make it as an e-girl, and that's actually pretty easy. If I was a female, I'd probably be doing that, honestly. Play a game and get desperate losers to donate everything they have to you just for being a girl. Sorry, I got a little off topic there. It's true though, you could make good money as an e-girl, and it is very easy. That is a success path. But going back to Joe's success part, it is possible to make a living out of gaming. The likelihoods of it happening are slim to none, but I can honestly say that the same thing is about coaching jiu-jitsu. The odds of people doing it are also slim to none. For me, I think the problem is that Joe is speaking as if you need to make a living or make money off of whatever you are doing, and that's just not the way to go about life in my opinion. You can do other things along with making a living. Joe eventually ends his point by basically saying that video games are a waste of time, and this is where I disagree the most. Let me start by saying, if you are someone who barely works, doesn't go to school, and just sits around playing video games all day, maybe even 10 to 12 hours a day, yes, you are wasting your time, you are wasting your life, and you need to go amount to something in your life. Get a grip. But if you are like the regular gamer who plays every day, or not even every day, you have fun doing it, I don't think that time having fun is time wasted. If you have a life, you go to work, you go to school, if you are amounting to something, you are doing great. Enjoy yourself, play some games on your downtime, relax, have some fun. Playing casually also has so many benefits. Speaking from my personal experience, I do nothing but laugh constantly while I play video games. Laughter and happiness are one of the most important things you need in life in my opinion. If you aren't happy and you aren't laughing, what's the point? Video games bring so much people, so much joy all over the world, and speaking of the world, I've had close friends move so far away that I would never be able to keep in touch with them if it weren't for video games. Honestly, if it wasn't for Fortnite, I wouldn't be able to keep nearly as much touch with my friends here than I would be able to. We all work. Hopping on Fortnite for an hour at night brings me so much happiness because I get to laugh with my dearest friends in the world, and I wouldn't be able to do that if it wasn't for gaming. They can be used as a social tool too. Along with laughing and having fun, I actually have some pretty productive conversations, kinda like the Joe Rogan experience. You can socialize while you play, talk about what's going on with the world, share your ideas, learn something new. I realize that not everyone does this, but good things really can come from it. It's not just sitting there and clicking buttons. Now, I do want to reiterate that I do believe you are wasting your life away if you do nothing but play games. At the end of the day, a lot of things are perfectly fine in moderation. You work, you go to school, you do the things that you need to do, then you can relax. Enjoy your time playing games. It's part of life. Lots of things can be considered wasting time. For example, watching the JRE podcast. To use Joe's words, we kinda just sit around waiting for the next episode instead of the next game. Playing baseball, watching TV, collecting comics, and going for walks on the beach. Lots of things that people consider to just be things they do or hobbies can technically be a waste of time. But I don't look at it that way. When you look at something and think it's a waste of time, look at it a little closer. Oftentimes, you will find something good that comes out of it. I can go deep into about 1,000 things, but to use Joe's podcast as an example, sitting and listening to someone and talk for 3 hours, one could consider that to be a waste of time. However, there is lots to learn listening to JRE. You can pick up information from some of the greatest minds on so many different topics about so many different things. Lots of good can come from that waste of time. Perhaps I got a little off topic, so let me end things off here. I think Joe was referring to the same people I was when he was speaking negatively about video games. The people who waste their lives. That's pretty much it, just the people who waste their lives. Joe loves video games himself, and if I'm not mistaken, he had an addiction to Quake. It was either Quake or Halo, I can't remember which one, so if I'm wrong about that, please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I just think that Joe used a horrible example when comparing everything to Jiu-Jitsu. The chances of you making a career from Jiu-Jitsu are about the same as trying to make a career out of video games. You shouldn't look at life just from profiting it. Enjoy yourself. Some amazing things can come from being productive, but amazing things come from having fun as well. Find a balance in your life and you will be totally set. A person that solely works to make money is equivalent to a person who does nothing but play video games in my eyes. There needs to be a balance. I will say though, don't go cancel Joe Rogan again. That nonsense needs to stop. I feel like he's being canceled every other week for something stupid. Anyways, guys, that'll do it for this video. I want to hear your thoughts on all this. Do you agree with my point of view? Why or why not? Don't forget to let me know down below. I am always down to have a conversation about anything that I might make videos about. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you're new here and you enjoy the content, please consider giving a like, subscribing. Also, I don't know if you noticed a difference in my mic, but my computer, to put it simply, blew up on me, so I'm using my old one and a different microphone and everything. So I hope this video is okay quality. I just kind of had to freestyle it, you know what I mean? I'm just talking into a microphone, just talking, giving my perspective about the Joe Rogan stuff. I can't really make any gaming videos right now, so I thought this would be a good video. If you like these types of videos, let me know. I'll make some more. Like, I kind of enjoyed making this now that I'm finishing it, but I'll stop talking now, guys. Thank you again. Have fun playing your games.